The first anniversary of Dr. William Ruto's presidency falls on 13th of September 2023. The Infotrak Voice of the People poll has generated a citizen's scorecard on both the president and his cabinet secretary's performance. The poll covers A. Kenyans' perception on the direction the country is taking, B. Overall performance rating of the president and the respective cabinet secretaries, C. Citizen scorecard on best performing cabinet secretaries, D. Citizen scorecard on best performing ministries.
Coming out and can't find them, either from university or technical institutions cannot, or TVETs cannot find jobs. The third reason why Kenyans feel the country is headed in the wrong direction is poor governance, rampant corruption. That was mentioned by 20% of Kenyans. And then, we have in the top 5, we also have poverty at 12% and what they're calling bad politics also being mentioned there as a reason for the country heading in the wrong direction. Now, over and above that, we also have, a question that we critically, tend to ask every time, because we feel that if we ask this question after telling policymakers and government the direction that Kenyans feel the country is heading, then it also helps them understand what priorities they need to be making. And so we ask Kenyans, could you kindly mention the 3 key issues that concern you as a Kenyan that you'd like government to address as a matter of priority? What 3 things do you want your government to address today? Number 1 will not surprise you. Number 1, mentioned by 65% of Kenyans, is high cost of living. So Kenyans are basically saying the country is headed in the wrong direction. 89% say it's headed in the wrong direction because of high cost of living, and we want that high cost of living addressed as a matter of urgency. The second thing will also not shock you, that 37% of Kenyans want unemployment addressed. So that is the second thing that they want President Ruto and his government to address. And the third thing, which is close, so I'll mention them together, number 3, is the quality and cost of education. For many of us who perhaps have either directly or indirectly people that we are supporting in the education sector, we know that public schools today are asking for money. Your kids will not go to high school or primary school in government or county schools without paying. In fact, many of them have been given ultimatums that you cannot join the new term before you actually pay. These schools are actually meant to be free, correct? So because of the lack of capitation, you're finding that people, especially in rural areas, are having to struggle with finding money to ensure that they can take their kids to school. That is not what they signed up for. The other thing that is, a key issue of concern is agriculture, because it's linked to food security. And whilst we have been given many promises on the cost of unga, cost of, dry foods, cost of sugar, we all know how much we're spending when we go to the shops and retail outlets to buy many of these, daily things that we need in our kitchens. It's costly. And so how do we actually deal with agriculture so that we are food, sustainable in terms of our food security? And then, number 5 is access to affordable quality healthcare. That is another issue that was mentioned that, they want the government, Kenyans want the government to address. And outside all those things,